हेलो एवरीवन, मैं हूं विराट और आप देख रहे मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल बी इन्फॉर्मेटिव विद विराट और आप सभी का मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल में स्वागत है। तो दोस्तों, आज हम पढ़ेंगे एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग पोएम जिसका नाम है वेटिंग फॉर नथिंग फ्रॉम द क्लास 8th एंड द बुक मैकमिलन। मैं इसको बहुत ही आसान तरीक़ा से समझाने के लिए कोशिश करूँगा आपको। अगर आपको ये वीडियो समझना है तो आपको पूरा एंड तक देखना पड़ेगा। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। सो गाइस, बिफोर वी गेट इनटू द पोएम, लेट्स नो समथिंग अबाउट द राइटर। Frederick Douglass Harper has written several poems for children as well as teenagers. He is deeply interested in the growth and well-being of young people. He is a photographer too and has also published photos of the young in calendars as well as magazines. He has worked as a counselor, school teacher and a professor among all professions. The poem Waiting for Nothing addresses the youth and motivates them to take action to be successful in life. The poem consists of 3 stanzas of unequal length. So we will go and understand now first stanza. Please, 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 my friend, don't stand there at the starting blocks with an empty heart and worry on your mind, because no one has yet been carried to the finish line. Now we will understand the summary of this first stanza. In the first stanza, the poet urges the readers, whom he addresses as friends, not to stand on the starting blocks with an empty heart and worried mind. The metaphor of a race course with the words like starting blocks and finish line effectively communicate the idea of life as an opportunity to achieve greatness. At the same time, the poet also assures us that each individual has to run their own race and no one has been carried to the finish line. Now we will go and understand the second stanza. Accomplishment is yours only if you put your head to it and your heart in it. The body will follow. Place your scope on the goal. We will understand now. The use of repetition in the beginning with words please, please, please gives the poem a tone of seriousness and reminds the readers to take immediate action. He then establishes a relationship of equality with the readers by calling them friends. This relationship gives the poet the right to order the readers without sounding authoritarian. Now we will understand the summary of second stanza. The second stanza or the next stanza carries forward the good intentions of the poet with a conditional where he points out the accomplishment can be acquired only when head and heart unite to work for the goal. The body, he says, will follow only when the will to success is there. He further asks the readers to place their scope on the goal. One meaning of this is that the goal that is visible is not the end. That goal is just an opportunity to achieve even greater heights. Now we will go understand the final stanza. Set your hands to the dust and kick with all your might, for victories will never come by standing around waiting to be carried, standing around waiting for nothing. In the final stanza, he advises the readers to accept the hard fact that victories will only come to those who are ready to set their hands to dust and kick with all the strength. Many people are not ready to take the initial steps that appear to be mundane. The writer says that everyone has to begin with scratches and we must not desist from doing so. He finally says that victories will not come to those who are standing there and waiting to be carried out. Those who are waiting to be carried are actually waiting for nothing. Now guys, we will go and we will see some literary device what are used. What are the literary devices are used in this poem? Okay, we will go and see the literary device in this poem. What are the literary device the writer has used in this poem? The first one is metaphor. We will understand what is metaphor now. A metaphor is an implied simile. It does not simile state that one thing is like another or acts as another, but takes that for granted and proceeds as if the two things were one. Now we will see here what are the lines that is in metaphor device. The metaphor of race course finish line starting blocks has been used to signify the efforts one makes to succeed. The metaphor of dust signifies the mundane and uninteresting activities and the hard work one needs to put to achieve success. Now we will see what is the second poetic device that the writer has used in this poem. Okay, so the second one is alliteration. Now we will understand what is alliteration in this poem and what is the meaning of alliteration we will understand in this device. Okay, in literature, alliteration is the conspicuous repetition of identical initial consonant sounds in successive or closely associated syllables within a group of words, even though spelled differently. As a method of linking words for effect, alliteration is also called head rhyme or initial rhyme. Now what is the line that comes in alliteration and it is used in this poem? We will see. Don't stand there at the starting blocks, your head to do it and your heart in it. You can see the repetition of the initial letter, that is H and H, H in head and H in heart, that is the alliteration. Now we will see what is the next poetic device that is used in this device, in this poem. And the third one is repetition. We will understand now what is repetition. Repetition is the simple repeating of a word within a short space of words with no particular placement of the words to secure emphasis. It is a multilinguistic written or spoken device frequently used in English and several other languages. Now we will see what is the lines that are used in this poem. Okay, please, 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 by standing around waiting to be carried, standing around waiting for nothing. As you can see that this is underlined, the lines, okay, they have used in this poem. Now we will see other rhyming, poetic device that is used, but I must say that this is a free verse. For that the rhyme scheme is not used. The poem is a free verse with no rhyme scheme. Now we will come to know that the themes, what is the main theme, what is the main thing that we got to learn, we learned from this poem and to be used in our day-to-day life. They are self-motivation, self-empowerment, self-dependence and hard work and success. Now I must say guys, these are the themes that we have to learn for our life and we will make our life success. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you have any questions or need any grammar lesson, please inbox me in comment section below. If the video helped you, please hit the like icon. Do share with others so that others can